Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an episode of Career Mode. I'm excited to give you guys this one because we are doing some serious stuff by looking at certain players, figuring out how much we want to spend, all that good sort of stuff. Congratulations to Foothead Dan on completing a bronze skill challenge. I'm sure that was very tough for you to be able to complete. But oh well, let's get straight into it guys, and we have Theo Walcott, Shirley, Benteke, Javier Hernandez. We have a bunch of new players back with our brand new instructions. We finally got some results, so it's time to start to get a look. Now, Theo Walcott there, I mean, these guys are looking pretty expensive, you know, but one of my sort of requirements was that they had to be first team quality, and that's exactly what they've come back with. Nathan Dyer there as well. He looks like he could be first team quality, but the likes of Daniel Sturridge, Benteke, Walcott, Shirley, they're all players that will really enhance the team, really be a huge step up for the team. But the only issue with players like this is the fact that they cost a whole lot of dollar. You know, they're not cheap players whatsoever. So, you know, I may have to sell a few players if I want to pick any of them up. But hopefully we can, you know, have our scouts go out and scan the rest of the world, and we can find some even better players for hopefully a cheaper price. Maybe they're a little bit further on in their contract or something along those lines. But as you can see, there's still scouting to be done on the likes of Sturridge, Walcott, you know, all these players here I don't think have been fully scouted just yet. So we're going to have to wait and hold on just a little bit. But one of the questions that I asked in my previous career mode episode was, what player do you think I should pick up for my particular career mode? And I was interested to know because a lot of you guys usually have some interesting players, ones that I haven't necessarily heard of, but it was good to hear. But let's take a look at these two guys here. So Mohammed and Algeria both said Bruma from Galatasaray. He has 91 pace with an 88 plus potential, and he also said Kelvin or a Brazilian pace player. So he obviously just wants to see some more creative gameplay, which I can kind of understand. But I saw just a ridiculous amounts of shouts for this Bruma chap, and I might have to take another little look into him. I might put a scout on him to go and see what the crack is with him. See if he's a player that I want to try out. But here were a few more players that were actually scouted. Carlos Vela, I'm sure you guys will be familiar with. Same with CheapFUTCoins, I think. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but I'm very familiar with him. He's a quality center attacking mid. Again, with Carlos Vela as well, he's a really good right winger, and I would love to see these guys scouted a little bit more. I know they've got ridiculous stats, but I'm just interested to know their sort of value. We're hoping for around, you know, 5-6 million value would be just ideal for us, because unfortunately those Premier League players always seem to be a little bit too expensive for my liking. If we take a look at it, you know, they're going for like 10-ish sort of million, and that's just a lot of money for me. I really just don't have that sitting in the bank at the moment. But let's take a look at, you know, another person here. Muataz says, you may need to pick up Kabul. He is free as well in the 1st January transfer window. So that is something I am very interested in doing. Someone like Kabul would be ideal. We have Lovren. We have, who is that signing? Or Kurt Zuma, sorry. But someone like Kabul could just be perfect for this team. So I'm going to have to take a look. This January transfer window is going to be very interesting. There's going to be a lot of players, you know, coming right up towards the end of their contract. So it's going to be interesting to see if we're going to be able to, you know, manage to pick someone up on a free. That would just be sweet. But you guys got to keep me on my toes and let me know who is free. But I had a game against Swansea, and it was a home game. And this game was important. I wanted Ramirez to start it. Ramirez is a really solid center midfielder, and he does well when he plays. But Mayuka the Bazooka, we need some sort of theme tune for Mayuka the Bazooka. I don't know what it's gonna be, but if you guys have any idea of a really good theme tune for Mayuka the Bazooka when he scores, you know, a little sing song or something like that, that would just be perfect. But yeah, we're going to halftime 1-0 up against Swansea, and like I said, this was a must-win game if we want to stay competitive in this league. If we want to get that sort of, I'm ideally looking for a 6th place finish. That's what I think would be really good for the team. You know, have a chance at that European football. I think that would just be perfect for Southampton. So I'm looking for a 6th place finish, but they get caught napping. Ramirez just fires at all cylinders in the 90th minute, and that is just a simple case of just pressuring and making the opponent make a mistake. And that was a really nice job there from Ramirez, and it ends up us getting a goal, and I was being a bit of a dick there, you know, just holding on to the ball. But that was that. Ramirez and Mayuka the Bazooka both pick up a goal each, and as you you can see, we didn't exactly have the possession, but we all know Swansea tend to play, for me, they're kind of like baby Barcelona, the way they play. They have good possession, they play really nice, good-looking football, but, you know, it doesn't always tend to turn out into loads of goals, and that was the case there. I hit them on the counter, and when I got chances, I absolutely took them. But we're back here to some of the instructions, and I love making these instructions, but I wanted to have first team quality. I think I end up having promising 2, so they were just 2 simple things. So what's going to come back from those instructions are players that are already quite good but have the potential to be amazing, because, you know, for our first team quality, chances are you're gonna have to be 76, 77 rated minimum, so that would be first team quality in my opinion. And then if you were promising, you know, you're at least gonna excel into the 85 region. So that particular instruction is gonna be interesting to see what sort of results we get back, and if the results are gonna be good for what we want. So another thing I talked about last time was complex facepalm replied saying, yeah, don't play professional, it's way too easy. And, you know, there's been some tough teams that I'm come up against, and I should generally quite lose. So, I should actually lose against them, so it's quite realistic. So thank you to Complex Facepalm for that. And another and last comment, guys, and this is going to be my comment to, my question to you guys, along with the theme tune for Mayuka the Bazooka, if any of you guys have something to go along with that. But this is from Ishmael Productions, asks, what happened to you saying, would you like some salt with those chips? And to be honest with you, it kind of just faded out. I mean, it's more than capable of coming back, and if you'd like it to come back, let me know. But the question that I want to ask you guys is, if you have any other sort of cheesy lines to go along with FIFA, let me know in the comments. I want your cheesy lines. I want to know what you say when you just bring out the big cheesiness against your opponent. What do you guys say? What's your sort of cheese line? Let me know in the comments. But until then, I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Hope you all have a cracking day. And guys, don't forget to leave a like. I would really appreciate your support on these videos. For some reason, you know, there's plenty of people watching them, but not that many people showing the support. So I would appreciate it if you could leave a like, guys. It's very, you know, it does mean a lot to me. And yeah, that's gonna be that. Of course, any Ultimate Team coins, check out CheapFUTCoins.co.uk. And they got Xbox, they got PS3, and it's all actually pretty goddamn cheap, surprisingly. Well, it's in the name, so you'd hope it was cheap. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hope you all have a good day. Bye bye.